What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Ark the Lad 2. So, as I said, I have returned to the first screen of the forest here, and this right here is just the path that leads us up to the north, to where we found those crushed boots. So, we instead want to continue on to the right, or the east, whichever you prefer to call it. Also, I went and rested up again in the little house thing because I figured, why not? I might as well, there's nothing like in between where I was and where the house is, so I might as well. Never hurts to be at full health. Well, I was already at full health, but full MP. So, the reason that this forest is so, at least they try and convince us that it's so confusing, is there's a whole bunch of looping paths in this place. So they loop from like left to right. So, I mean, I guess that makes things kind of confusing, but honestly, it's actually really not that hard to traverse at all. Because like I said, it loops left to right. It never loops top or bottom. So it's really not that hard to find your way forward. And if all else fails, you can find your way out of here as long as you always go to the right or up. Keep going right until there's a path up, and then take that path up, and then continue going right, and you will eventually find your way out. The only exception in this entire area is, of course, the one path that I went down already, with the crush boots in it. Everywhere else, though, go right and up, and you will find your way out. There's, of course, a whole bunch of battles in here as well, though, so I believe if you take a looping path, you will end up fighting more battles, so that's something you want to consider as well. So if we continue our way to the right here, there is this little path up here, so we want to take that. I thought that path was over to the right was supposed to loop around, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. Anyways, I'm going to take care of these guys off screen and see you in just a moment. Okay, so that's dealt with. So, head up this path on the left side of the screen. Okay, now this is a looping path here. Whoops, I didn't mean to actually do that. But actually, it shouldn't really matter. Well, it doesn't make the distance I have to go much farther, but it does mean I have to fight an extra battle. So I will take care of these guys off screen once again. Okay, so they're dealt with. Now if we just head to this screen over to the left, there's this path up to the top here. Now, because I looped around on the previous screen, I looped from the left like to the right side. I ended up coming over from the left, but if I had gone to the right instead of like taking the path that looped me around, then I would have ended up on this screen. So I just kind of looped around and went the long way. And hopefully that actually makes sense. And more battles to be fought off screen. Okay, so that is that is dealt with. So it doesn't look like either of these paths loop around either. So, well, whatever. Except to the north. Does this loop? It does loop. And actually, that's probably faster because the exit is right here. So, what do you know? I actually used the looping to my favor. Now, there is another thing worth mentioning in the forest. There is a wanted monster there by the name of Balzac, but we can't actually kill him quite yet. Not while we're in the forest yet, anyways. Oh, looks like we found Andal. The martyr plan. Of course you shall. Sure you can. Sample M. What's sample M? I do like the banter between bad guys, though. It adds a little bit of depth to their character. So anyways, here we are at the White House. Looks like they got some cabal guarding the way. Yeah, probably. Well, maybe we could look for another entrance. Hey, look at that! A conveniently placed sewer. I just happened to remember it was there. That's probably a good thing. I guess that's the way we're gonna go then. Down we go. Pick our party members. Now, much like with Heusler and the Selba Desert, now that we've cleared the Lost Forest, we can actually head back out of the White House, go back to the Lost Forest, and we can actually go kill Belzac now, the one monster that I was just talking about. So let's go do that. Oh, the White House just like appeared inside the forest. Weird. So anyways, I'm gonna go find him, or find the path to him, and I will be right back. Okay, so we're back, and we're located currently in, this is like the little area where, near the exit. So, this over here is the looping path that I took to the left, that led over to the exit here. And there's a single screen in between these two. So if I go and loop around to the left, it takes me to the left side of the screen, and if I go over from here, it takes me to the right side of the screen. But it's the same screen, and it's got a bunch of skeletons and stuff on it. So this is where I come from if I loop around, and this is where I am right now. So bunch of enemies here, thoroughly unimpressive, and absolutely nothing special in any way, shape, or form. So I am going to kill these guys off screen once again. Alright, so those fools are dealt with, and now, right here, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a path down here to the south that we can take. And there's... oh, I thought there was nothing over here, but there's a strengthened fruit over here, which is largely useless to me. It's just restores some health, but that might come in handy eventually. But if we head over to the east, we find Belzac. Oh, really? Now, this guy is rather tricky. If you talk to him before going to the White House, then I'm not 100% sure. But if you come here before heading to the White House, one of his options will be take me to the White House or something like that. And it'll actually just take you back to the entrance of the forest. But this option here, who are you? Now that we've made it to the White House, that is available to us, and we can now kill him. Because he will admit to being a wanted monster. Do we really fight him all on his own? Well, that's amusing. Might as well heal up. It's a lot of work to come all the way back through the forest, but I feel like it's worth it. If nothing else, it gives your levels a little bit of a boost. Between that and making your way back through the Selba Desert, you should not be hurting for levels at all. Stupid dude, you dodged me. And this guy is honestly thoroughly unimpressive. I mean, especially considering we fight him on his own. The only thing really worth noting is the fact that he has a decent weapon that he can drop. He can drop Claymore, which is a good sword for this point in the game. Unfortunately, if you have the Scorpion, then there's no reason to be using swords. And there it is. And other than just being a weapon, the Claymore doesn't really have any use. So up to 15 attack on this thing, which is not even as strong as the Scorpion, so that's kind of unfortunate. And so now that that is done, we just gotta make our way back out of the forest. And there's another fight here. If you talk to Balzac, these skeletons will appear. And that applies to if you come here the first time through the forest and you just, like if you just talk to him but don't ask him to take you to the White House, then these skeletons will be there here as well. So, yeah. You should probably avoid even talking to him. Just don't even bother the first time through the forest, because it's just more trouble than it's worth. Especially if you accidentally get yourself sent back to the beginning. So anyways, I'm going to finish these guys off screen, and I will meet you back at the White House. Okay, so we're back here in the sewers after killing off Balzac and all that. So we're a little beat up. Now, when you come to the sewers, like when you leave the forest, you actually go to the world map. So you have the option to go back to the entrance of the Lost Forest and rest up there. But within the sewers, if we come out down here, we have a little area where we can rest up anyways. So we might as well take advantage of the facilities here. And we are in tip-top shape to explore the White House sewers next time on Let's Play Ark the Lad 2. Catch you later.